This is the Yamaha AN1X. This is a physical modeling virtual analog synthesizer. You can see the sound chain there. And it is a 90s synth that is a legit Dave Smith instrument. This guy came from the late 90s, so it's got some wear and tear. The volume knob is missing. I've got some breakage on the plastic case. And it's very similar to the CS1X, another similar looking device that is actually very different. But these two were made with plastic bodies that were made from organically sourced robin eggs and the egos of narcissists. So let it be known, they're very fragile. Yamaha had been making analog synths since the 70s, but they did buy sequential circuits, including the famous Prophet, which was designed by Dave Smith. And in doing so, they picked up his talent. And he does kind of look like the science teacher who would happily talk to you about psilocybin back in the 90s. So plug me in. Let's look at this synth. 1997. Yeah, analog synth, physical synth. Ooh, modeling synth. Welcome to AN1X. A lot to pack in there, but you can see they did not include a general MIDI function here. And, physical modeling is kind of a thing that never was, I guess. That came after the concept of rumplers. And now, I'm starting to play with this synth. And these are my first moments with this synth. I think it's like really pretty cool, and you can see how there's buttons to the left of the screen that control the function of the knobs. So there's 8 knobs, actually do a whole ton of stuff. And I own the Nord lead that came out around the same time. I owned the Chord Radius that came out a bit later. And honestly, like, my initial opinion here is that there's so much more packed into this device than there was in some of those other synthesizers that may be more lauded by, people who know what they're talking about. But I kind of feel like this was a synth I missed out on back in the 90s. I would have loved to have this. It's inducing a dance party within my soul right now. And this synthesizer, I honestly thought this was like just kind of like the big brother to the CS1X, but it is so much better. There's so much more functionality. The step sequencer built in, really cool arpeggiation functions. But the fact that these knobs can do so much and give you that control, but also kind of keep it simple, is really radical and way more fun than I thought it would be. Knobs, you have this glide pad above the pitch and modulation wheel. The modulation wheel can actually be assigned to other filter elements, which makes it really fun to play with. But this thing gives you so much control, and overall, I'm feeling it's way more competent than the Nord lead was. And yeah, that thing was red and it looked cool, street cred all the way. But I'm feeling like this was a way better device, and because it had the Yamaha brand on it, I kind of probably overlooked it, but it is fun. I'm loving it more than I would a Big Mac for $1. And I'm really excited too, because I got the manual in English. I've got it en français und auf Deutsch. So I hopefully can learn in all the languages that I can kind of speak, and hopefully I'll really be able to unleash the power of this really cool instrument. I'm more than excited to have it. Tell me how much you hate it. Tell me how much you like it. I think this is a really fun one, and I'm going to probably do a few videos to talk more about its functionality, but also to compare it to the CS1X, which ultimately I really did think was the same instrument before. So you can laugh at me, but package things in blue, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I believe you can fly. And if you need more of this obnoxiousness in your life, do like and subscribe, smash that button now, and I'll be back like a heart attack.